What's going on, folks? It's your boy Young Penny checking back in from the Stock Market Conglomerates YouTube page. Here to just provide a little bit more knowledge for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I'm not here for the views. I'm here just to provide the tools for y'all. You feel me? Let's go. So I got an email. I'll make a video responding to this email. I got an email from a young lady, and it goes, how do you decide which companies or stocks to invest money long term? Everyone always says Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, etc. But how did they figure out these are the good companies? And what if you can't afford those? I've been told to stick with those bigger type companies because they are safer. But how can beginning investors with modest income find lower cost stocks that also carry less risk? Thanks in advance. All right, great question. So let's see what we can do here, provide a little bit of information. So let's go to some charts here. All right, so she asked about, a lot of times those are some of the common companies you hear a lot. Amazon, ones we talk about a lot, Microsoft, Apple, of course. So she said, why people always recommend those? And how do you find companies? Basically, she's asking to get started in. So we go to a chart. I'm gonna show you a quick way to find a company to investigate if you are thinking about investing, okay? So let's pull up Apple. All right. I'm gonna pull up some charts, see if y'all can tell me what you notice in common with these charts, all right? So this is Apple chart, right? Check it out. You see that? Let's pull up Microsoft. All right, here's Microsoft. See? Just so you can see the name here. It is what it is. Look at Microsoft. Okay. What the other one? Amazon. Let's see what Amazon looks like. See if you could find out what these stocks have in common. And this just pulling up the chart, okay? Haven't looked at anything else. This is Amazon, right? What's another one? Google, right? AKA Alphabet. This is Google. And this is since they IPO'd onto the stock market. So what you should notice from these charts, they all start off from IPO, very nice smooth line that goes up and to the right, okay? So this is the price. This shows a long-term stability of the price going up, right? So Google IPO'd, it was $28. Is right now currently 94. You know, they had a stock split, so you have to adjust for that. If we pull Apple back up, same thing. Apple was flat, very long time, for years since it IPO'd in like 90. What was it IPO'd? Way back in the 81. Flat all these years. And that's why they talk about it's important to hold your money 5, 10, 20 years for retirement, you know. But look, once they start running, it's been going up ever since. So that is a quick way to be able to just glance at a chart. If you look at a chart, you're trying to find some companies, you look at the chart, you want to see it going up and to the right, okay? This is what you want to see. Up and to the right. These are all, now that's the first level, right? So of course, you want to zoom out. Let me get this off. So you want to zoom out. I am looking at a monthly. This is a monthly. So this young lady, her question was about long-term investing. So when you want to invest long-term, you have to zoom out. So this is a monthly chart marked by this M right here. This is each one of these bars stands for 1 month, okay? So when you look into long-term investing, you want to at least go to the weekly or the monthly and see how it's looked. At least 5 years. You want to go back at least 5, 10 years to see how the stocks look. A lot of time I go all the way back to their first IPO, to the company got on the stock market. So this is a trend of what you want to see, this common trend right here. So that's the first clue. So then when you go from there, though, it's not only thing when you're long-term investing, you have to know, you look at this chart, but you also have to know fundamentals. So that's when you kind of go and looking at the numbers, the balance sheet, the statements, profits. You want to know quarter. If you can go, this is TradingView I use right here, and it gives you some quick glances at Q2, Q3, if they beat earnings, if they're still profitable. You can kind of look at dividend yields. And it gives you quick financials on performance. Analysts tell you if it's a good buy, strong buy, weak buy, if you should sell, right? But another good tool, which is even better, let me show you guys. If you go here, this is macrotrends.com. I use this website a lot. And look, we have Apple first here. So if you click on it and you go to financials. So this is, again, this is if you're talking about dollar cost averaging, put a large lump sum of money into a company, this is what you want to look at, because you don't want to see a lot of negatives. You want to see profits going up over the years. Okay, you want to see this number going up. When you're looking looking to invest long term, you want to see your operating income, all these type of financials. I'm not going to go into in this video explaining how to read these statements. We'll do that in another video, but these are what you want to look for. And another important thing, if you go right here, you see this is called an annual report. You can look at your quarterly statements, or more importantly, when you're talking long term, you want to look at annual reports. Year to year, how's the company doing financially? Because something could look real good, but financially it could be on its way to bankruptcy or something, anything like that. You never know without looking at the numbers. So if I clicked on that link, it brought me to SEC.gov, which is the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. They govern the stock market. So if you click on these documents, it'll bring up what's called a 10K, 10K form. Each company that's on the stock market, they have to submit these, turn them into the SEC, because it's a public company. And if you're going to invest, you have a right to know all this information. You have the right to look at the books of the company to make a decision if you want to be an investor, okay? So, without getting too in depth, this basically has everything about the business background, its products, you see here, the mission statement, the services it provides, and it gets real detailed in there. So you can go in there and look at all the balance sheets, all the financial statements. When you kind of get into the market and get better reading these, it kind of gives you a good idea. Is the company doing good? Are they kind of struggling? Or are they on their way out? Okay. So looking long term, first check the chart. The chart's doing this right here. Okay, that's the first clue. Okay, this chart looks pretty good. Let me go investigate the financials. Okay, so that's how you find companies for the long term. If you see this right here, stuff like this, stay away from it. Again, we're talking long term. If you see stuff like this, just this choppy action, just back and forth, up and down, stay away from it. You want to find good trends to the upside. Okay, see stuff like this, just stay away from it, because until you are experienced, it's going to be hard to invest and trade in charts like this. Okay, so when in doubt, you'll hear that. When in doubt, zoom out. Just go to the chart, go to the weekly or monthly, zoom out, and take a look at the chart. All right. But when you're day trading, right? For those who are interested in day trading, you want to zoom in. So this is a monthly. So when you want to day trade, you want to look on what's called an intraday chart. That's anywhere from 1 minute up to like a daily 4-hour chart, anything like that. But usually you're looking at 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute chart. So if I go to a 15-minute and adjust it for you guys, this zooms in on the action of the current day. So if you want to day trade, this is what you want to look at. You want to go to a 5-minute, a 15-minute, a 1-hour chart. This is just the price action for that day, okay? And you can see, you can kind of get in and out of trades throughout the day if you want to. You find different support and resistance levels. You find when to get in, depending on which strategy you use, all right? So again, when When you want to day trade, you zoom in. When you want to invest long term, just steadily put money in. Every time you get paid, something like that, put a certain amount in. You zoom out and go to the monthly chart. All right. You can, and again, you can lump sum or dollar cost average. So I mean, just with investing and trading in general is very important, again, to manage your risk. Never invest or trade more money than you are willing to lose, okay? Start off on your budget, what fits you, trade what you are willing to lose, because the markets, there is a risk with trading and investing like anything else. But once you learn what you're doing, there's a considerable amount of money that can be made. Also, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you can lose a considerable amount of money. All right. So keep that in mind, manage your risk. And just on the last note, I would tell everybody who's interested in investing, I encourage everybody to, if you got monies in regular savings accounts in your bank, take your money out of there, open your brokerage account. You can open an account, Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, it's a lot of places. Open your brokerage and put that money in there. So why it's there is it can grow. You can dollar cost average, and it's gonna compound. With that compounded interest, your money is gonna grow a whole lot more than sitting in a savings account. Okay, you're actually losing value on your money sitting in a savings account. So again, I encourage everybody to open a brokerage account. And I'll probably do a video here just showing, it's very simple, just showing you how to open a brokerage account. You just input your information and they approve you and you can start putting money in and investing. When you want to invest, when you start off as a beginner, start off with index funds and ETFs. I'm telling you, that can be your foundation. You want to let that be your foundation. Those are different funds with a lot of the best companies in there. And it's gonna diversify you. It's going to have your portfolio diversified, so when the market goes up and down, you kind of can stay balanced and not go too far up or not too far down. You stay kind of conservative and you make money over the long run. So start off with ETFs. Some good ones are the SPY, the SPY index. If you like technology, QQQ is a good one. SMH is a good one. VOO, VTI, all good ones. If you're looking to invest for the long term. Again, the information I gave at first, how to look at the chart and look at those financials, those if you want to look at individual companies. You can also use it to look at ETF. Matter of fact, let me pull up an ETF here. I got a whole list of them. I keep my eye on everything. Let's just pull up the SPY. So if you pull up the S&P 500, I used to trade it a lot, so I probably got drawings on it. But if you go back out, zoom back out, let's take a look at what it looks like. See, it's going up and to the right. So if you put money in back here at 150 over the years, now your money would be worth right here, $397 per share. Over the long term, you're going to make money investing in these. So I encourage you, just every time you get paid, chunk some money in there. Forget about it. The amount that you don't need, you're not going to have to pull out real fast. Just start wherever you can start, Some of those brokerages, they have fractional shares you can buy. If you can't afford a whole $397, put $50. It'll buy fractional shares until you can get up to one whole share. And you just keep putting money in and it keeps adding up, folks. And then you can work on your trading. So, that's about it. Also, when you're looking at companies, like I said, look at those financials. You want to just take a look at the business model of the company. What is this company business model? Do they have a competitive advantage over other companies in their sector? Does Apple have a competitive advantage over Samsung, over these other companies, over Microsoft, different things like that? Does Tesla have a competitive advantage over General Motors, over Lucid Motors, over NIO, over, all the Kia, over these other automotive companies, so you want to look which one is going to be the better investment, which one is going to be number one or number two in the space. You also want to kind of look at, does the company buy back shares? If a company is buying back shares, that's going to make the value of the company go up, which is going to make the stock price go up, which is going to make your money go up. Okay. Do they pay out dividends? What a dividend is, they will send you money as long as you're an investor, based on the amount that you have invested. They will send you a check every quarter, every 3 months. You will get money. And I encourage you, if you do that, put it right back in the market, because that compound interest, that's how you become a millionaire in the long run. Okay. And one more thing, when you go to these companies and you look in here, all that information is right here. You know, assets, liabilities, revenues, financials, prices, cash flow statement. This is the main thing when I say look at you know, your financial income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement. Learn how to read those, okay? All that. It shows other ratios like I think share buybacks, all those different type of things. You can have other metrics in here. You know, your dividend yield, what I was just talking about, the number of employees, you know. So that's it. Just you know, I just want to do a quick video, just show you guys how you can quickly glance. You know, if you're thinking about investing something, the best way to do it, type in the ticker symbol in your brokerage or whatever charting system you use. You can look on Cash App, anything, to just pull up a chart, a quick chart. If it looks like this, then you go look at those numbers, okay, and decide if you want to put some money into it. All right. All right. I hope this helps. Again, I'm not here for the views, just here to give you guys the tools. Peace out.